I mean, the invasion ship slash
3I Atlas is tearing through our solar system, and nothing about it makes sense.
NASA detected a mysterious object speeding toward Earth, and some actual bona fide experts think it might not be your typical space rock or maybe any kind of rock or a natural phenomenon at all.
Officially labeled the third interstellar object ever detected, it's already behaving in ways no comet should.
A new out-of-this-world discovery has some asking, what in the world is this? Take a look. NASA scientists say it's a comet. That's what they say. They've named it the 3-1 Atlas interstellar object, which was discovered last month.
Moving at more than 255,000 kilometers per hour, its trajectory looks unnervingly precise.
We've got some fresh images of 3I Atlas, a third ever interstellar object observed from Earth, currently racing through our solar system.
Its sudden brightening is unnatural, and its massive tail grew far too quickly. Now Elon Musk has issued a stark warning about what Atlas might really be, and NASA's silence is only fueling suspicion. Musk sounds the alarm. Recently, Elon Musk did what no one at NASA seemed willing to do. He broke the silence and warned that 3I Atlas is no ordinary comet. The timing was striking. Just weeks earlier, telescopes around the world had confirmed that the strange interstellar object had suddenly developed a massive, fast-growing tail, doubling in size overnight. For most official channels, the explanation was routine outgassing, the natural shedding of dust and ice as comets heat up near the sun. But Musk wasn't convinced. He pointed out the first anomaly: its speed. 3I Atlas is racing through our solar system at over 255,000 kilometers per hour, 152,000 miles per hour. That velocity alone puts it beyond the reach of any known gravitational slingshot or simple cometary drift. Comets don't just do this, Musk believed, and he wasn't alone in his concern. But Musk didn't stop there. He reminded the world that Oumuamua, the first interstellar object ever detected, had also displayed unexplainable acceleration as it left our solar system. This is something no simple rock or ice body should have done. Back then, mainstream scientists brushed it off as outgassing we couldn't detect. But now, with 3I Atlas, Musk argued the same excuse was being recycled to explain something that didn't fit into existing models. He said outright that the similarities between the two interstellar visitors were too much to ignore. Then came the statement that turned whispers into alarm. Musk questioned why NASA, the world's most advanced space agency, remained so quiet. In his words, their silence looked less like scientific caution and more like deliberate withholding of information. For someone who had spent years working alongside NASA on major space projects, this was no small accusation. His words hit a nerve. Was the agency trying to prevent panic, or was there something deeper they weren't ready to admit? Since then, amateur astronomers flooded online forums with their own telescope footage, trying to make sense of the object's shifting glow and growing tail. Some insisted Musk was exaggerating to push his own narrative. Others countered that he had little to gain by stirring fear unless he truly believed the danger was real. While some mainstream scientists urged calm and emphasized natural explanations, the undeniable truth remained. Musk had dragged 3I Atlas into the spotlight. He had forced the public to confront questions that NASA itself seemed unwilling to address. And that left one chilling question echoing louder than all the rest. If Elon Musk is sounding the alarm, what exactly does he know that we don't? This warning drew everyone's attention back to 3I Atlas's unusual behavior, prompting scientists to re-examine the object's earliest sightings and the first indications that something was amiss. First sightings, first doubts. The object now called 3I Atlas was first flagged by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, ATLAS, in Hawaii in late July 2025. ATLAS is an automated telescope system built to detect incoming asteroids that might strike Earth, but instead its cameras picked up something faint and strange. It appeared only as a dim, diffuse speck, a barely there smear of light moving against the backdrop of the stars. At first, astronomers thought they had logged just another interstellar comet, the third ever seen after the cigar-shaped Oumuamua in 2017 and the hyperactive Borisov in 2019. But even in those early hours, some details stood out as unsettling. Its entry vector was traced back towards Sagittarius, the part of the sky that leads directly to the galactic center. Astronomers normally expect interstellar debris to wander in at random angles, yet here was something aligned with the most gravitationally turbulent region in the Milky Way. As Elon Musk later emphasized, this was no casual detail. Objects from that direction carry a fingerprint of hidden forces. Then came the size estimates. Based on its faint brightness and speed, early calculations suggested that Atlas was between 5 and 50 kilometers wide. To put that in perspective, the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago was around 10 kilometers across. Even on the lower end of estimates, Atlas was large enough to trigger planet-wide destruction if its path intersected Earth. Scientists stressed there was no immediate danger, as the trajectory did not point toward collision, but the numbers were chilling nonetheless. The first images were little help. Observatories in Chile and Spain managed to capture it, but the object appeared round and oddly uniform, more like a faint sphere of light than the irregular rocky body astronomers expected. Unlike Borisov, which had a bright cometary tail right from the start, or Oumuamua, which showed bizarre shifts in brightness as if tumbling, Atlas was simply too indistinct for comfort. As reports circulated, Musk reportedly cited a remark from one unnamed astrophysicist that objects like this don't just wander. They either follow forces we don't yet understand, or they're following something else entirely. Most dismissed the quote as speculation, but it echoed growing whispers within the scientific community. The object's sheer speed, combined with its strange approach vector and vague appearance, raised the first cracks of doubt. Things escalated further when updated images arrived in early August. Using the Subaru telescope in Hawaii and the Very Large Telescope in Chile, astronomers noticed subtle but unmistakable changes. Atlas seemed to be brightening too quickly, far faster than natural models could explain. A normal comet warms gradually as it approaches the sun, shedding gas and dust in a predictable curve. Atlas, however, appeared to jump in brightness in uneven bursts, as if reacting to something unseen. That was when speculation turned uneasy. Some said it could be due to frozen gases exploding from within, pockets of volatile ice suddenly venting into space. Others, like Avi Loeb, suggested that such bursts might be artificial activity, though no one could prove it. What unsettled people most was the fact that the object seemed to change on a timescale of days instead of months, almost as if it were adjusting itself. For the public, most of these findings passed unnoticed and were buried in technical papers and astronomy databases. But for Musk and a handful of outspoken researchers, these anomalies painted a far darker picture. The real alarm came weeks later, when Atlas sprouted something no one expected. It was a tale that made no sense at all. The tale that shouldn't exist. By late August 2025, astronomers monitoring 3I Atlas were stunned to see something they hadn't expected. A bright, clearly defined tail streaming away from the object. Unlike a typical comet tail, which emerges gradually as frozen gases vaporize in sunlight, this one appeared almost suddenly. The images from the Pan-STARRS Observatory in Hawaii and the European Southern Observatory in Chile showed a long, anti-sunward streak cutting across the dark sky. At first, scientists tried to compare it to Borisov, the second interstellar object detected in 2019, which behaved much like a normal comet. But Atlas refused to follow